best moments between Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid. The Madrid Derby, one of the greatest rivalries in Spanish football, second only to the rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona. However, the rivalry between Madrid's teams is not only a local affair, but also extends to the international stage. Matches between Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid have become a modern Champions League classic, due to the many times they've faced each other in recent years and the thrilling encounters they've played. Thanks to the latest Champions League round of 16 draw, we will have another clash between Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid. So, stay tuned because up next, we'll revisit the best moments from the UEFA Champions League encounters. 2015 Quarterfinals. In the 2014-15 season, they faced each other in the Champions League quarterfinals. This matchup was the perfect opportunity for Atletico de Madrid to seek revenge for the previous Champions League final, which we will discuss later in the video. Back to topic. The 2015 quarterfinal tie is remembered more for the tension in both matches than the actual football played by the teams. In the first leg, nothing too remarkable happened apart from a decent performance by Cristiano Ronaldo and an incredible display by Oblak. Despite facing 8 shots on target by Real Madrid, Oblak managed to keep his goal secure, not conceding a single goal. The match ended a 0-0 draw, leaving everything open for the second leg at Bernabeu. The second leg followed the same pattern as the first. Atletico de Madrid sat deep, setting up a solid defense, while Real Madrid attacked relentlessly but was unable to score for the first 80 minutes of the match. The game was chaotic from start to finish, as expected from a derby in the Spanish capital. One of the key moments of the match was the 76th minute, when the referee showed Arda Turan a second yellow card, leaving Diego Simeone's team with 10 men. However, the most crucial moment of the entire tie came just 2 minutes before the final whistle. Chicharito Hernandez, assisted by Cristiano Ronaldo, pushed the ball into the net, scoring the first and only goal of the entire series, securing Real Madrid's place in the semifinals. Without a doubt, this was the most memorable moment of the Mexican striker's time at the club. 2018 UEFA Super Cup. I know that at the beginning of the video, I said we would talk about the best moments between Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid in the UEFA Champions League, but I feel obligated to include their clash in the UEFA Super Cup. This was the only time things went in Diego Simeone's team's favor, which adds a special touch to this video. Besides, if I didn't include this match, Atletico de Madrid fans would probably come right to my house and take my dog, and absolutely no one wants that, right? The 2018 UEFA Super Cup. After a successful season for both teams, Real Madrid being the reigning Champions League winners and Atletico de Madrid winning the UEFA Europa League, they faced each other in the Super Cup final. Several factors surrounded this matchup, such as the recent World Cup where Antoine Griezmann won the title with France and Luka Modric was named the tournament's MVP while finishing as the runner-up with Croatia. However, the biggest topic before the match was the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo and Zinedine Zidane from Real Madrid and how these exits would impact the team's performance. Finally, on August 15, 2018, both Madrid teams met. Atletico started strong with Diego Costa scoring in the very first minute of the match. However, Madrid quickly equalized with a goal from Benzema and later took the lead with a goal from Sergio Ramos, something we'll see happening again throughout this video. Before the 90 minutes were up, Diego Costa scored again, sending the match into extra time. However, the most remarkable part of the final came in the last minutes of the first half of extra time. After Saúl scored Atletico's third goal, Koki netted the fourth, sealing the match and securing Atletico de Madrid's victory. The significance of this goal wasn't just that it confirmed their win, it also symbolized the revenge Atletico had been seeking for years, a revenge they had finally achieved. Milan Final 2016. In 2016, Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid met once again in the UEFA Champions League final. Despite the star power in Real Madrid's squad, it was actually Diego Simeone's team that arrived as the slight favorites. This was due to their impressive run in the tournament, having eliminated two of the main title contenders, Barcelona in the quarterfinals and Bayern Munich in the semifinals. For Atletico, this final was another chance at redemption. In the previous 2 years, they had also faced Real Madrid in the Champions League and were eliminated both times. This was their perfect opportunity to even the score. The match ended in a draw and went into extra time, but neither team could find a winning goal, leading to a penalty shootout. However, despite being a long and intense game, 4 key moments defined this final. The first was Sergio Ramos's goal in the 16th minute. The man responsible for Real Madrid's victory 2 years earlier appeared once again in this final, bringing nightmares to Atletico's team and reviving painful memories for their fans. Yes, we could talk about Ramos's offside position, but the only thing that truly mattered was that the goal stood, and the Spanish defender put his team ahead early in the match. The second key moment: Lucas Vázquez's penalty. This might sound trivial, but when the Real Madrid Academy graduate picked up the ball and walked toward the penalty spot to take the first penalty shot in the shootout, it became one of the defining moments of the night. At that instant, the tension in the air was palpable. However, as Lucas held the ball and casually played with it in his hands, he made one of the most difficult and stressful scenarios for a player look like just another training session. The composure he displayed and the confidence in his eyes were truly remarkable and rare, especially considering that at the time, Lucas Vázquez was not a major figure or an essential player for Real Madrid. The fact that he handled the pressure so effortlessly shocked the football world. And his performance was not in vain, as he successfully converted his penalty, setting the tone for Real Madrid in the shootout. The third key moment: Juan Fran's missed penalty. The third crucial moment of the night also took place during the penalty shootout, but this time it involved an Atletico de Madrid player. After a flawless round of penalties from both teams, it was Juan Fran's turn to take Atletico's fourth penalty. Unfortunately for Atletico fans, the Spanish defender missed his penalty. This miss left Real Madrid in a prime position. If their next player managed to score, they would be crowned Champions League winners. The fourth and final defining moment: Cristiano Ronaldo's winning penalty. And of course, the final moment of the night was what followed Juan Fran's miss. Yes, I'm talking about Cristiano Ronaldo's penalty. There's not much to say here. Cristiano Ronaldo, penalty shootout, Champions League final, there can only be one outcome: success. Thanks to this penalty, Real Madrid secured their 11th Champions League title and defeated Atletico de Madrid in the second Champions League final in just 3 years. Lisbon Final 2014. This is one of the most memorable Champions League finals of all time, not only because of the quality and magnitude of the teams involved, but also because of everything that happened during the match. It was 120 minutes filled with tension and emotions. Godín's goal in the first half, Bale, Marcelo and Cristiano Ronaldo scoring in extra time, and Ángel Di Maria's outstanding performance, which earned him the MVP of the final. These are all iconic moments in Champions League history. However, all these events pale in comparison to one truly historic moment: the action that changed Real Madrid's modern history forever and became engraved in the minds of football fans as one of the most important moments in the sport's history. Yes, I'm talking about Sergio Ramos's goal in the 90+3 minute. After Godín's goal, everything seemed lost for Real Madrid. Simeone's defensive wall appeared impenetrable, and in many ways, it was. After all, the white team failed to score a single goal from open play in 90 minutes. But in the final seconds of stoppage time, thanks to a set-piece opportunity, Real Madrid managed to equalize against all odds and with hope nearly gone. Sergio Ramos rose above everyone and headed the ball into the net, following a perfectly executed corner kick from Luka Modric. This goal kept Real Madrid alive, and in extra time, the team completely overpowered Atletico de Madrid. But this goal wasn't just about winning a Champions League final. It was about ending Real Madrid's 12-year drought without a Champions League title. With the victory, they finally achieved the long-awaited La Decima, the 10th title. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. See you in the next one.